What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So it is officially time. It's officially time that we talk about some of these issues before it is too late, because what we are seeing is the facts are on the table. Okay, these are things that we are now seeing. People are waiting for the last minute. They're not prepared, and when things truly do hit the fan, when we experience chaos and empty shelves, once this happens, these people that are not prepared are going to struggle. They're going to look to you and be like, hey, I need this, I need that. And that is not what you want. Now, we know back in March of 2020, we know what the run on the stores looked like. We saw long lines. We saw restrictions of people going into stores. You had to wait outside. We saw families hitting the stores for things like toilet paper, bottled water, frozen foods, canned goods, just about anything they could get their hands on. They were in there buying. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but if you are waiting for everybody else to make the run on the stores, then you are officially too late. That is not the time that you need to be going to the stores. What you need to be doing when everyone else thinks everything is perfectly fine, that is when you need to prepare. And when everyone else is preparing, that's when you need to sit back and wait, because you've already done it. Okay? Now, we have heard for many months there's a major food shortage. And I get these comments all the time that there's not a shortage around me. There's not a shortage here. There's not a shortage at Walmart or Target or Kroger or Aldi, right? There's not a food shortage. We're fine. You're just the doom and gloom guy. And I get it. Okay? I completely understand. But if we haven't experienced it here in the US, okay? It is coming. It is coming. It is just taking time. Okay? Experts say that empty shelves are upon us, and it will only be a matter of time before it actually happens. And I say this because we know grocery stores are actually buying less products. They have told us. Executives from major grocery chains have told us they are buying less products as a result of inflation and the American people spending less money. They do not want to be stuck holding on to products when they expire. We also know there's a global crisis for things like rice and even wheat. We know Russia and Ukraine make up a large amount of wheat in the entire world. I think it's like over 30%. Now, Russia is ramping up their war on Ukraine, so that's not going to be great. We also know the problem with the rice is India has a rice export ban. That's causing a global rice shortage. If you think you can make things without rice, without wheat, you can. However, the amount of stuff that you can make is limited. Okay? The stuff that we consume on a daily basis, a lot of times it contains one of those two things. We also know that the weather has made it very difficult for farmers to consistently produce quality crops. Quality crops. Now, we know you can go to a grocery store and you can get, let's say lettuce, and chances are it's been packaged in a way that you will buy it. For instance, things like apples, oranges. When oranges are not looking great, what do? Well, they add a little color to them. Make them look a little bit better, right? That's what we see. We see it all the time with bananas as well. If you ever go into a grocery store and the bananas are already packaged in a bag, guess what? They don't put the best bananas in a bag. No. According to multiple farmers, what they do is the best bananas, those are actually placed on the shelves, so you can see them. But the ones in the bag, they usually have some issues. That's why they stick them in a bag. You just walk up, you grab the bag, you stick it in your cart, and you're good to go. So keep that in mind. And here's the big one. Experts say that we currently have to worry about Russia because Russia is currently, whatever they're currently preparing for, or maybe they're not preparing for anything, okay? But this is going to cause a major problem as more countries are likely to place sanctions on them. And as more countries place sanctions on Russia, Russia will likely counter with not sending more products to the rest of the world. This is going to be an issue. Now, I just want to go over a few of the items that experts say we are going to see a shortage of, and I've talked about a handful of these already on the channel. First one is beer. Probably think, well, why would beer be in short supply? Is it because of hops? Is it because of some of the ingredients or the bottling? Well, it's kind of to do with the bottling because there's a carbon dioxide shortage. Carbon dioxide is what makes the drink, bubbly, right? Gives it its fizz and flavor. We also know ketchup, salsa, and tomato sauce will be in short supply. And experts say this is the reason is because it was a terrible harvest this past year for tomatoes. Popcorn is going to be in short supply because farmers have been planting less corn for the past year, and being that there's less corn planted, there's going to be less popcorn. This is not a food item, but tampons are still hard to come by. And experts say the reason is because materials needed to make tampons are very costly, and they're highly volatile, making them harder to actually manufacture. Bread is another one. And again, Russia and Ukraine account for a little bit over 30%, I believe, of the global wheat supply. So that's one of the reasons why bread is going to be in short supply. And in many cases, it already is. The last one is turkey. Talked about this before, but with the bird flu, with manufacturing, there's a lot of issues regarding turkey. Right now, we know that recently, 5 million turkeys got killed. And this is actually going to cause a shortage, which is likely to lead to higher prices very soon. And I say very soon because what's coming up, right? What's coming up in like 2 months? Thanksgiving. There's a lot of turkeys that are eaten on Thanksgiving. So because of that, there will likely either be a shortage, but my expectation is there's not going to be a shortage. You'll be able to get your butterball. You'll be able to get your turkeys, but expect to pay, I'd say, about an additional 30%. Okay? So it's not going to be, extravagant, but again, turkey's already expensive. So just add an additional 30% on top of that. That's probably what we're going to pay in just a matter of 2 months. So that's what's happening at this time. Again, I know it's not the greatest news, but we have to prepare. It is time to prepare. What we are hearing is that this winter is going to be a difficult time. You do not want to wait. You do not want to be the last person out there buying the items that you need. Prepare. Start a little stockpile. I'm not saying go and pillage the stores. I'm saying go and be prepared. Buy some rice. Buy beans. Get top ramen. Right? Get bottled water. Get things that you know are going to last. Even canned goods. Go get these things because this is what you need in a case of an emergency. So, that's what we know at this time. As always, as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and share all latest news and updates. Again, just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.